How is your client doing?
She is doing well in terms of, well, in light of the situation, okay? It's obviously, not sucking back Mai Tais on the beach here. She's in jail, but we've had 6 months to prepare her for this, both through seeing a therapist and also by educating her about how the system works, and by explaining to her what the time parameters were towards everything and what our strategy would be. And most people in that situation, if they have answers already before the questions come up, they do pretty well. And she's doing very well, and she's following directions nicely, and she's prepared to do whatever it takes to fight this case to the end. The shooting occurred on the 27th, and in the evening, she was released from the police department about 2-3 a.m., and she was at my office at 7:30.
What did she tell you?
Well, I won't get into specifics of what she'll tell you, but I'll tell you what she told me. But I will tell you what our investigation revealed.
And that is what?
When she came in and she retained our firm, we immediately assigned an investigator to the case. A 30-year veteran of the Oxnard Police Department, as a matter of fact, was assigned to the case. And we immediately began an investigation first into what happened that night, and then into the background of the relationship of Dave and Jane Laut. What we found was on the night that this happened, Jane was at home. It was about 10:30 at night. She was in her son's bedroom sleeping next to him because her husband, Mr. Laut, was intoxicated. And she knew when he becomes intoxicated, he can become quite violent. Mr. Laut woke up, came out into the hallway between the master bedroom and I told her son's bedroom, and began yelling and screaming about how he was going to kill Jane and kill Michael. Jane got up. The dogs were scared of Mr. Laut. He was an enormous man, very strong man. And Jane attempted to get him to go back into his bedroom. He did for a short period of time, but soon came out still angry. This time it was even more violent. He threw Jane against walls. Kept saying that he was sick of the way she treated Michael, how he got all the attention and he got none. Told her that he was going to kill Michael, that he's going to make her watch as he killed Michael. Jane tried to get him to follow her out to the family room. He threw her down on the floor of the family room, was on top of her, kicked her once or twice. She got up, went through the sliding glass door into the backyard. Mr. Laut followed. He was out there screaming and yelling in the backyard at her. As he backed up a little, he tripped on he was very intoxicated. He tripped on the area that goes from the patio to the grass area. When he lost his balance, Jane hit him as hard as he could, got him to the ground. The gun that he was holding went off. She scrambled and fought for the gun. Probably due to the fact that he was startled by the gunshot and his intoxication, Jane managed to pry the gun away from her. He continues his verbal onslaught towards her, telling her what he was planning on doing. The gun fired one more time, and then he moved again towards her, and then she unloaded the gun.
Why didn't she come forward immediately? Why didn't she tell police all of that on the 28th, or as soon as she retained you, just go back to police and say, this is what happened?
Well, let me answer those separately, first of all, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
First is that, what we found in our investigation is that over the last 29 years of their marriage, Jane was battered and abused throughout. She was diagnosed and has been diagnosed with battered women syndrome. She displays all the symptoms of a woman who's battered. And when people educate themselves on what happens to women in those types of relationships, they become conditioned to covering up, mostly because they're covering up for the husband, not to embarrass him in terms of the community about his violence, not to discuss the violence, or to talk about things that happen in the home. They are conditioned literally never to discuss the truth or the reality of their lives. So Jane's reaction when she was first contacted by the police was the reaction that you would expect for most battered women. Now, we flash forward a few months, and I did meet with the police and the prosecutor on the case, and I made them an offer. I said, you supply me with your forensic investigation, and I'll supply you with this loud statement. And we had videotaped a complete statement from her about 2 days after the event. And I explained to them that, look, you will know the statement's accurate, that she could not have changed it at all to meet the forensic evidence because we did it literally 2 days after the event, way before we ever received any of this information that you would give us. And they decided not to give us that information. And then I said, we're not giving you anything either then.